Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Sock Talks with Joy. Mine is Sean today. Last minute, Sean is on grandfather duty, so give him a hard time. Since see how he's doing. Um, one is good, two is interesting. So, anyways, he's not with us today, but I am so blessed to have the one of our newest platinum rank advancers, Cherri Pedrioli. I said it wrong, didn't it? Pedrioli.
It's
Yeah, I
Pedrioli.
knew I would. So sorry, Cherri, but
It's
we
close
welcome
enough.
Cherri. We welcome Cherri on here today. We love, love, love the fact that we can have this platform to help celebrate those that have reached ranks and done going great things for the company and hearing the stories and how did you do it and where did it come from? Have you been working for this for like all month long every day? What happened, Cherri? How did it happen for you? Because it's such an honor, such a privilege to get that next rank. And again, congratulations. So, how did you do it?
Yeah, well, and congratulations to you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had no idea. We were talking a little bit earlier, and it's like December is a really busy month for me. It's my year end with my plumbing company, and then I decided to throw a vacation in the mix. Don't know why I did that, but I did. And then, of course, I got back from vacation and I got sick. And
Oh,
then and then I had the holidays. I had my family all here. So we had about 30 of us here. So it's just been so November, December was kind of crazy, and I wasn't really watching. However, I still do my activities. I send my cards, I reach out, I touch people. Um, hadn't had a lot of one-to-ones with people. Just like I said, I was busy.
mm-hmm.
And I get this text message from Callie, and it's like, do you know how close you are? I'm like, to what? And like I said, I was just going through the motions, and it's like, well, you are so close to platinum. I'm like, how did that happen? So we had a conversation, and then one of my customers who I had met on Alignable, but not really. We've met, but we didn't. We didn't really know each other a lot, but she attended some of my trainings. And I usually do, at the time, I was doing quite a bit of my fortune is in the follow up because
Mhm.
I am send out cards, ideal customer avatar. So I was that card user. It's like I have a plumbing company, I use it. Um, and it was just like like I said, so people sign up as customers. Um, Rarely at the time was affiliates at the time, now consultants.
Mhm.
And I get this message from Kelly. She's like, one of your customers who uses a card was on
Mhm.
a 30, I
Mhm.
think $37
Right, right.
um just sold a big pack. And I'm like, what? I hadn't even talked to her because, she would get cards from me. Like I said, I touch people a lot, just like you and
Mhm.
everyone else. We
Mhm.
send a lot of
Mhm.
cards. And a couple of her cards came back. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird. She must have moved. And then I try and reach out, and then the emails would bounce back. And it was like, okay, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't know how else to get a hold of her. Anyway, so Callie met with her and had a conversation, and she's like, "Oh, I can make money doing this," because I hadn't had that opportunity to have a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
So it was that, and then I get the next text, and she goes, "Okay, you're really close." And now I'm going, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I do? It's okay. Okay, reach out to a few people, and then it was like I had to think out of the box, and I'm like, wait a minute. I am my own customer avatar. My company is a customer of mine.
Mhm.
And because I let somebody else run that because I'm not involved in the day-to-day of my plumbing company anymore. And I call her up and I said, how many cards we got left? I could have looked myself. And she goes, oh, there's not that many left. I said, okay, great. I said, you'll see a big charge coming up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's time to get them now. Yeah.
And I usually do that. I usually, with our company, I will purchase at the end of the year for the next year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it just made sense. So anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
that's what brought me over. It was like,
Yeah.
but I had to think about it. It's like, oh, well, who could use a bunch of cards? And it was like, duh, me. Not me
Yeah.
personally, but my
The
company.
company. Yeah.
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 And so then so then another one was my son, who also owns a plumbing company up in Northern California, more north of me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they've been using the cards, they use them. And it was the same thing. It's like, John, why are you guys not doing this? And he's like, I don't know. He goes, our office people send the cards, the gratitude specialists send the cards. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like one day we just started talking about the compensation plan. And he's like, well, this is dumb. I need to be doing this.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how we stop ourselves from saying things, that we don't think people are interested, and when you just kind of like plant those seeds and it's like, oh, this makes sense, why not, kind of a thing. So, I think you hit some really important points there. And that's the fact of so many people that are going to buy this and keep this going next year, you know?
Mhm.
So they are the good opportunity to talk to them prior,
Mhm.
get a tax off right off before the end of the year. There's not a whole lot of difference between December 31st and January 1 when it comes to getting those cards out, I mean, so, if you could, this is the time to do it. And
Yeah, absolutely. I
mhm.
call my CPA every year because we're doing our year end, and I'm like, okay, how am I on my marketing budget? And he laughs at me every year and he goes, Cherri, you're never going to exceed your marketing budget. You use send out cards and you can spend $10,000 more every year and still not exceed that marketing budget.
Wow.
He goes, you
Interesting.
have the best marketing tool right here.
Wow.
He goes, most of my clients, spend upwards of, 50, 60, 70, $80,000 in their marketing budget. And they're
Hmm.
in the same trades as I am. And it's like he laughs. So he laughs at me every year. He goes, you don't have to ask me that every year. You're never going to exceed that. He goes, so go
Wow.
buy a $10,000 pack, go buy a 20, whatever. It's your marketing. He goes, it's unique. You have a marketing tool that you're actually can make money at.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, that's awesome. Well, we all know, everybody, I think, in the promptings world knows that you're very, very active on Alignable, a big part of Alignable. So can you share with the group, what's Alignable done for you, and where is that, where does that fall into your customer base? I mean, since you even promoted, you've had two people that have promoted, gotten silver blocks. So
Yeah.
you're not done. I mean, you're in the middle of January and you've got two people already in silver block mode,
Oh yeah.
and that's you're gonna be diamond before the end of the year, So
Well,
you,
I actually am heading back into leadership retreat this weekend. It's a 3-day intensive, the one I did back in 2017.
hmm
That I had, experience, and I'm heading back there now. And I've done this twice, and but I never had a 90-day goal. So now I have a 90-day goal.
nice, nice.
And of course, that's with prompting. So um, yeah, with Alignable, I was involved with BNI for 10 years,
Hmm.
and not for my plumbing company. I have a healing practice as well. So I'm an energy healer. And then of course then I was in there for my send out cards, and I love BNI. I love the people. I love what it stands for. And but the opportunity with Alignable came along, and I used to have my own networking groups before, and then pandemic shut that down, and it was really thriving. And at that time it was mostly doctors and practitioners in the
Hmm.
alternative
Hmm.
health world.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can do this again. So I started doing that on Alignable. And when I came back to Alignable, there was nothing there. So when Sue Bruck, one of my very best friends, she got hired on there, she's like, come back and help me get this going. So that's why I started doing a lot of training, A lot of people signed up with sent out cards as customers. Um, they loved it. Some would stay with it, some would go, but I always stayed in touch.
Mm-hmm.
So again, with the cards, and Juliana happened to have been one of the ones that always got my cards. And it was
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
so my thing is, it's like, yes, I know all the ins and outs on Alignable. It's a great platform. I did leave BNI. Alignable is kind of my place. It's my people, my tribe, my community. However, I'm still very connected to BNI. But with Alignable, it was just like, yeah, it's an opportunity, but it's a different place. It's a different platform. And to be successful on the platform, there's things that you need to know, and know that number one, it's not social media. And you cannot act and behave on Alignable like we do on social media. Can't do it. It is really all about authentic relationships, and that's how I built my plumbing company.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I, and our partner it was all about relationships. He
Mm-hmm.
never did any marketing. So,
Mm-hmm. Nice.
but Alignable, like I said, it's a great place. It's a great place to. It's I would say it's a great place to get to know people and start building relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Mm-hmm.
never know. You never know who's going to be your customer. You never know who's going to be
Mm-hmm.
that next consultant. It's it's talking with them, it's meeting them, it's kind of meeting them at their level. It's like, where are they at?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know unless we ask.
Right.
And that was a big eye opener for me this December with
Mm-hmm.
what happened with Juliana, and then of course my son. It was like, if you don't ask,
The answer
don't
is
have
always going
that
to be no.
conversation.
Yeah. The answer is always going to be no if you don't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has yeah, I'm on a new mission right now.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. That is
I'm
awesome.
looking for more of me, that customer avatar. And
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect. Well, Cherri, again, congratulations,
Thank
and
you.
you just brought a perspective to people. We talk all the time to watch your dashboard and look at your numbers and see how close you are, and check your team, see where they are, and we get wrapped up. We get wrapped up in so many things, and we don't look at that and don't even realize it. So,
Yeah.
I totally get it, and I was total holiday mode till 2 days after Christmas when I realized it, you
Yeah.
know, and I never realized it till somebody asked me like, "Hey, is there any kind of specials going on? I want to buy a 700 car package." And I thought, okay, there's no specials. What would $700 package do? And I happened to look, it's like, holy moly, this is like really close, and I don't know if it happened to you, but for me, a lot of it happened with, I wasn't even expecting a couple people that just showed up when I was in that mode, just showed up during
Yeah.
those few days and showed up and placed good size orders. And it's like, seriously? I mean, it was like bizarre. So, but
Yeah.
anyways, I love your story, Cherri. It's great, and congratulations. And we'll be
Yeah.
celebrating you again one of these days. And
Yep. Well, same to you. And yeah,
yeah,
we're going to be celebrating each other because, like I said, I have 90-day goals, and it's the thing is, doing working with promptings, doing this as a business is is freedom for me, and that is a huge word. So with my construction company, that's a whole nother story. So I welcome this. So that's why I say, watch out. Good things are coming, and I know they're coming for you too, and many of us. So
yeah.
I love Cody and Jody and their vision, and I thank them, and I'm so grateful that I found promptings. So
Yeah, yeah. And and I think you and I met at the prosperity. I think it's I want to say crucial. That's such a hard word, but if you want to build your business, it's crucial for you to get there. Find a way
absolutely.
to get to one of them, and really start that journey with everybody else, because it takes you to a different level.
It does, and not just
Yeah.
prosperity. It's show up on the calls, get on the calls,
Oh,
night
yeah.
calls, get on the trainings, and if you run it, take your business to that next level,
Yeah.
You know,
And
you
there's
got
no
it.
reason, and it's no reason. I mean, everything is recorded for us. Everything is there. Just show up and, and just be a part. Even if you're a little fly on the wall and don't want to say anything, get in there and be a part. It's just like doing the gratitude journal. Write something.
Hmm.
Write something down every day, even if it's not the entire book, or
Yep.
the entire 2 pages, you
Hmm.
know? So just do something.
Absolutely.
It'll
All
get you there. So, well, thank you, Sherry, very
right.
much. Thank you,
Thank
everybody, for
you.
tuning in. We'll see you next week. Make sure you give Sean a hard time that he was not here today, but he's been a great grandpa today.
Yeah.
So, see
Awesome.
you, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.